I want a jailbreak. I rubbed my spoon back and forth against the sole of my shoe. Then I called for a guard, complaining the spoon was too dirty. I handed him the old one and casually picked up a new one. No one knew I had taken two. Back in my cell, I snapped one spoon in half, then I dismantled my nail clippers and ground coins into powder with the file. I fused the spoon handle with the metal, sprinkled the powder, and lit a match. The thermite reaction's heat welded the pieces tight. At last, a real tool in my hands. I stabbed it into the wall. Chunks of cement flew, then footsteps closed in. A guard was coming. Life or death. The inmate next door created a distraction. I shoved the box against the vent. The guard entered, his eyes scanning the room. Luckily, he saw nothing. My tool lay quietly at my feet. When he left, I went back to work. The vent hole grew larger, but when the metal grate appeared, I found that it was impossible to pull it. The iron hook is attached above. I had to wait. The next day, on the way to work duty, I emptied last night's sand from my pockets, scattering it bit by bit while working. I spotted a wedge with metal inside, but a buddy warned me, metal detector will catch it. I wasn't worried. Sure enough, the detector went off. I calmly handed over one wedge, saying I just wanted it to hang close. The guard confiscated it and let me through. Back in my cell, I pulled a second wedge from my shoe heel. I slammed it against the grate with a few kicks. It loosened and came off. I peeked inside. The tunnel led straight to the prison's upper level, but the opening was too small. I needed to carve more. And patrols here were constant. I soaked newspaper in water, mixed it with wall dust, and shaped it into blocks. Then I borrowed paint and brushes. Soon, a fake vent cover was done. Next, I made a dummy head, painted it flesh-colored, glued stolen hair on top. Everything was ready. I slipped into the vent, sealed it with the fake cover, and crawled upward. At that moment, a guard was walking toward my cell, but he noticed nothing. I kept climbing until I reached the top and froze. Only one exhaust vent, sealed tight with iron bars, and it was high up. Meanwhile, the guard returned to my cell. He saw me lying still in bed, too still. His suspicion grew. The guard stepped closer and reached his hand toward my bed.